Welcome back. We are the Gnawing Root Biters. I'm G,
And I'm Ethan.
and today we're going to be playing a duo with, unironically, my two favorite spirits in the game. I'm on Wounded Waters Bleeding.
And I'm on Shifting Memory of Ages.
I'm excited to play Wounded today because we released a guide for them a few weeks ago, and I finally get to put it into practice.
And I have been wanting to play this spirit for a while because of the aspect Intensify, which basically turns Shifting Memories into a sorcerer. You get to augment your powers by using your element markers. Who are we against?
Today we are against Habsburg, um, because I think the whole blight theme with my character makes it doable. We're going to be playing on level 4, which what that changes from what we usually are up against with Habsburg. It makes towns that aren't in blighted lands durable, which means that if they would take damage, they have 4 HP, and if they would be destroyed, they don't get destroyed. They instead just take 2 damage. Um, so towns are pretty tanky unless they're in lands with blight. So we've got to watch out for that. You'll notice that the towns on the board are yellow. Those are the durable towns.
I will say we're going to have to update them as the game goes, as it will not auto update for us.
That should be okay.
Yeah, we'll keep it in mind. And the reason we're going against someone harder is because these are the last two spirits we need to play to uh, have gone through all the spirits on the channel. There's the last few couple, and I figured let's challenge ourselves to round it out.
Yeah, just showing progress from before when we were playing on difficulty 2. Um, One last thing I mentioned in my guide with Wounded Waters, you have to have a plan. And I want to be aggressive. Like, these guys have HP, so naturally I want to do a lot of damage to them. But considering that they're tankier and harder to destroy, I think I'm going to go for the water alignment because there's nothing that Habsburg says about downgrading. So downgrading is unaffected. Downgrading them into explorers would be massive. So I'm gonna go for what I'm gonna go for uh, serene waters, and then from there we'll see where the game takes us. But yeah, let's do the initial explore. Mountains, right on my board. Oh boy,
Isn't that what you want?
kind of. I'll talk about it later. But yeah, let's go to turn 1. For this turn, I went to go with option number 2 because I have to. I gained Voracious Growth because it has water, and I'll be playing Rack with Pain and Grief this turn.
All right, I went growth option number two, and I'll be playing Boon of Ancient Memories. The card I got was Disorienting Landscape. I'm gonna look for a turn in the future to play it. I have one fast. Where do you think stuff is going to be happening?
Um, I would say in this mountain because I am doing stuff.
Okay, I'm going to throw the three element markers here. This is what I saw from the Discord. Shout out to you guys. Basically, how it works is if something happens here, you can just give me the marker.
Oh, that's pretty creative.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, that's all I
Um,
got.
Invader phase, skip the event, don't have a crisis over what the event is, and we move on to
That's a
build.
really good. It's a really good skip.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna look at it. Disease, town, town,
I would take my
2
marker.
towns, and then
Oh.
explore the jungles. Oh, we have to do the gather thing. So these guys go into there, and this guy has to go into here.
Is that on
And
explore or is that on build?
it's before explore.
Would you consider that an action to update my element marker?
Oh, let me check.
I want to say yes.
So After the normal build step, in each land matching a build card, gather a town.
So the build action is one, and the gather is a different action. Is how I see it.
I feel like it's an adversary action, yeah.
Okay, give me another one.
That's actually pretty big for you.
You
Okay.
take those.
Well, we're on slow powers now. I am going to start off with, well, first of all, do you want this Dahan in this land? Because I'd like him to be with his brothers in this land so they can defend.
Go ahead and take him.
Okay.
He's a
So I'm
free
going to
agent.
take him, and I'm going to take the Explorer as well. And that should give you an element marker.
That will. Oh man.
And then rack with pain and grief. So I'm going to do 2 fear and push an Explorer and a town out. Um, it's 2 fear, and I'm going to try to just mitigate whatever is going on over here. Move this town and this Explorer into here where they cannot be pulled in to the jungles. And that has now become durable. And that's my turn.
All right.
Did you do Boon of Ancient Memories?
I did not. I'll be doing that right now. Kingdom Mind Power. Uh,
Ooh.
how good is Gift of Nature's Connection on you? I know the card is good generally, but
If you, it makes it a lot easier to hit my tertiary innates, which require 5 water or animal.
there's one other option I'm seeing. Flow down river and blow down wind. Do you see what I see?
Pushing blight to make towns,
Mm-hmm.
it's probably good. Yeah, because I don't think pushing one town will make a lot of impact, but pushing a blight can relatively or theoretically take off like half of the town's HP, right?
Yeah.
I think it's this one.
All right. Oop. And I'm ready.
Time passes. For this turn, I grabbed Entrap the Forces of Corruption, and I'm saving it for next turn. But for now, I'll be playing Bloodwater and Bloodlust, and we're going for the water element markers early. And one other thing is I destroy one of my presences. I'm going to destroy this one, so I don't actually lose anything for this blighting.
Okay.
And normally I would gather this blight out of this land in order to prevent a cascade, but we want more blight because we're against Habsburg.
Fair enough. Uh, I am going to say I've picked growth option number 2. I got Desiccating Winds. I'll look at how to use that later. But for now, I'll be playing Share Secrets of Survival and Disorienting Landscape. So I have a very large fast going down here. First of all, I'm using my innate right on this mountain.
Okay.
I'm going to share Secrets of Survival to take these 2 into it. It's going to give me a marker.
Okay.
I am going to Disorient Landscape to push this Explorer. Is there a place you want it?
Just not that mountains, because then all those Dahan die.
Yeah.
Oh, they're
So I'm going
already
to push
dying.
them.
Never mind.
No, they're not dying. They're not dying.
They're not dying? Okay.
Uh, yeah. And because it is a mountain or jungle, I'm going to use a plant on it. Delete the
Oh,
plant.
add +2 wilds?
Yeah. So there's 3 wilds there.
Wait. Wait. Okay, never mind. I saw
Funny
add
thing,
+2 destroyed presence. I'm like, oh, can you add my destroyed presence? But it has to be
I
you.
cannot.
It has to be you. Yeah.
Yeah. It also has to be the same effect. Like that effect has to already be on the card.
Right. Yeah. 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 Okay.
Yeah. And then my innate 3 defense. So we'll see what happens.
Wait. I was talking about these Dahan.
Oh, you wanted me to do it there?
Well, kind of.
I
I mean,
I guess I could.
we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
I
let's
think
get
the
this in.
defense. I think the defense is higher value here because there's more Dahan.
They fight back and kill two explorers.
Yeah, these
Like
guys if they
two
fight
survive.
back,
They fight.
they
Okay,
only
here.
kill one town.
Yeah. Okay, wait. These two survive, kill two explorers. This. Oh wait, no. Either way, two survive and kill a town. I'm gonna do this one for now.
Okay. Missionaries arrive.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Do we have sun?
You have some.
I do have sun. I do not want to forget my sun cards.
I can discard a sun card for two,
It's not
and
happening.
then
Let's just ignore the contact with Dahan. For each board,
what?
discard the top minor power. If it has a sun, push an explorer from a land with Dahan. Otherwise, replace the Dahan with a town. So we want sun on these next two cards. And neither. So, we have to pick a land. Wait. Oh, no, it doesn't have to be in a land with both invaders and Dahan. Okay, so we just pick somewhere where a Dahan gets replaced with a town.
That is so bad.
Yeah, I think it's best here, and for you, it's probably best here, given the lack of
Oh
info we have.
man, that's awful.
Yeah. On the bright side, each beast destroys an explorer. This explorer
That
goes away.
is not awful. That's pretty good.
That's good because I saw another play for myself, but I wanted to bank on the beasts, and I'm glad I did because now I don't feel bad.
Okay.
Return this card to the deck. So we're gonna have to generate enough sun in 3 turns to be able
I
to.
will look for some sun.
Yeah. Okay, Ravage Mountains. So this is going to double blight, but it's not going to be a super blight, which is quite
That's good.
nice. Which one do
I'm
you think
gonna
it's going to be?
say
Wetlands or sands?
I think we go here.
Okay.
My gut tells me there.
We are going to lose all the Dahan, courtesy of Ethan.
Hey, don't shoot the messenger.
1 damage here and kills a town. And this is also going to blight. Is that a super blight? That's 3, 5, 6, 7. No, it's not 8 plus.
Oh,
All right.
dodged a bullet.
And now for the jungles, which are relatively more in control. Build in the town, build in the town. And then drag a town in, drag a town in, drag a town in. Actually, let's bring this guy in. And drag a town in. Okay, remember when I said we were relatively more in control?
About that.
Yeah. Explore coasts. Wait,
That is likely the worst one.
there's only... It's only 2 stage 1 cards? Oh yeah, that's how Habsburg 3 is. Oh man, okay. That's crazy.
It's gonna be an uphill battle.
Yeah. But we do have
All
an
right,
extra
what you
turn
asked
to
for.
build a blight, I guess.
Oh, when you move the town out, I get another marker. Yippee!
Oh, big. So you got all 3 net this turn, that's very good. I'm going to Bloodwater and Bloodlust. Add a beast and a disease somewhere. I'll do it over here, I guess. Since that's a coastal jungle. And, push up to 2 explorers or towns or blight once again. I'm gonna push this Dahan here and push this blight over here. Actually, I don't need to do that. I can just push both Dahan here.
Okay.
Those are my slows. Oh, you don't have any?
T-
Okay. TB.
Yeah. Yippee.
For this turn, I can finally play 2 cards. And I'm going to be playing those beast cards that I'd been saving up. Boon of Corrupted Blood and Entrap the Forces of Corruption. Also, I now get my first healing card because I have a beast healing marker, and now I have Serene Waters, which makes it so that anytime I move invaders into my land or move a Dahan into my land with invaders, they get downgraded.
That is really good.
I don't know if I'll be able to use it this turn. We'll see.
All right. I went with growth option number 2. I got Sap the Strength of Multitudes. I'll be playing that with Elemental Teachings. Let's
All
go.
right.
So
Can you
where is
teach
stuff
me, sir?
happening, Jay?
Mr.
I would
Professor?
like to know. I would like to know where stuff is happening first.
Okay. So Boon of Corrupted Blood, I'm going to snipe this explorer.
Where?
There was a one over here. I was just gonna snipe him.
And where were you planning on doing the entrap?
So the entrap was gonna actually. I would recommend putting the element markers here.
Okay.
I forgot to mention, on my growth, I can gather a blight into one of my lands. I was going to gather this blight into here, so now that this town is weakened.
Okay.
And that means the Ravager
Are you
should go
doing the
much smoother.
entrap right now?
I am doing the entrap right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to gather this blight into here. And
Okay.
now what
That gives me a
happens?
marker.
And now what happens is that land is isolated, and when blight is added to target land, it does not cascade.
Okay, sweet.
So
Elemental Teachings.
yeah.
I'm going to give you the rewater.
Huge. That is a lot of water, actually. So I managed to get both of my slow... So I'm going to have a good turn on slows now. Now that I have Serene Waters as well. This is going to be big.
All right. Sap the Strength of Multitudes because I have the bonus range from the air. I can put that down on your coast.
Mm-hmm.
Then I can defend 3 with my innate here. Corner Blight seems good, right? Or do we want it in the center? I think we
Corner
want it in
Blight's
the
kind of
center.
bad because then I can't reuse it. I need to be able
Yeah,
to
I'll
move
put
it.
it. I will sack an Earth marker to add an extra 2 defend, so it's a 5, and we're good.
Okay. So Invader Phase. Focused Farming. Add an Explorer and a Town to a land with towns or blight. This is literally Habsburg's card. What?
Oh.
I mean, obviously we add them into the lands with blight because they'll be weaker.
Yep.
Let's throw them down in this mountain. And for your board, we can...
I mean, this mountain's kind of bad.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're blighting this anyway.
Hold on, does this Super Blight? 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, it does. So we can tank 1.
Yeah, we can tank. Wait, it's not even this turn. It's next turn.
Oh, you're right, you're right.
Put it here. Put it here.
It has to be in a land with town or blight.
Oh. Ah.
I don't want to do the wetlands.
Just do it here.
Let's do it here, yeah.
On my wilds. All good?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's better here, actually.
We're gonna let that blight as well. We'll go Blighted Island. There's no winning, is there? Just to put it here.
I wanted to get the wilds value, though.
It's what can you do?
Yeah.
Beggars can't be choosers.
Destroy 2 explorers among lands with beasts. Wow. Oh! There's a beast down here for some reason. I put that there.
Nice. That's actually pretty good.
Offerings of Story and Season. Each spirit with at least 3 Dahan among its lands may gain 1 energy and reclaim a card.
I will take that.
Is big. I'm going to reclaim this because this is a really good card. What did you reclaim?
I reclaimed Share Secrets of Survival.
That is a good card to reclaim. Okay, Ravage the Jungles. So 1 Dahan is going to die here, but because it is blighted, they're able to fight back and kill. This is fully blocked. The Dahan only does this much damage, but that's fine. This is going to blight, and this is fully defended. And now we build in the coasts. So disease, city, because it's a coastal land, town, and
No, that's city.
oh, that's a city. This is a town,
Yep.
and they're going to what? There we go. Uh, they're gonna gather towns into those coasts. They literally can't do it over here. I think this guy can
We can
come
do it
into
here,
here, and this
and then
guy
this
can
guy
come
will
into
go up.
here. Um, this is isolated.
It
Nothing.
wouldn't they didn't have a source anyway.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Even if we did your board first, they wouldn't have had a source. So,
Yeah, it happens.
um,
All right.
explore jungles. So, boom, boom, wilds, boom. And then escalation on each board with 4 or fewer blight. Oh my god. Okay, so on each board, add a town to a land without a town or blight. So we don't have to do it again, though. So add a town to a town, or add a town to a land without a town or blight. So I can put mine here, and you can put yours here. Do we want to bank on
On the
sands?
beast. Just put it on the beast is good, I feel.
Okay. And now slow powers. Let's see what we can make
That's all
happen.
you.
Um, there's a lot of stuff that could happen here, so I'm gonna be very careful. First thing is first. Let's start with the sanguinary taint. Do I have any lands? Okay, this is the important question. I can only downgrade in my current lands. So the most important land that I need to downgrade in is this one. So what we're gonna do
Okay.
is we're going to I need to be able to push a Dahan somewhere. I I have 3 or sorry, not 3. I have 2 potential damage. Doing it in here is great if in a vacuum, but I think given the state of the game, I think it's better to do it here.
Hmm.
Because this kills the
Okay.
town and lets me push stuff. But I think if I do. Hold on, let me see if I can get more stuff into that land to make it more value. So let's start with water. Would you like to move your sacred site out of here and into here?
How? Oh, you couldn't do that?
Yes.
I
I can
mean,
use swirl and
yeah.
spill to push your presence. So what I'll do is I'll one fear.
Uh, okay.
So one fear. I'm gonna push these Dahan into here, and you can push them anywhere. You can if you want to come in here, you can. If you want to go somewhere else, you also can.
I'm gonna push them up here, I think.
Okay. And so because I pushed Dahan into my lands with that power, I can downgrade this town into an explorer. I honestly think it's worth downgrading the towns into explorers than downgrading the cities into towns. So I'm gonna do
Okay.
that. And now Sanguinary Taint. I'm going to one fear, 1 damage in this land to kill this explorer, prevent him from building, and push this Dahan into here and downgrade this town into an explorer. And then I also have 1 extra damage, which doesn't do anything, but I add a beast in that land. We'll see if that becomes relevant later.
Grand scheme of things, that was not too bad.
Yeah, we effectively took out 2 towns. I think towns are the most dangerous things in this game, so as long as I can keep consistently doing that, I think we're chilling.
All right, let's TP.
TP. For this turn, I went with growth option number 3. So I added 2 presences, one of them from my track and one of them from my destroyed presences, which I ended up just destroying again anyway because I have to for my healing. I gain a water marker, and I'll be playing Draw to the Water's Edge, Voracious Growth, and Rack with Pain and Grief. And you know what? I'll give myself an extra water, because why not?
All right, I went weave together the fabric of place with growth option number 2. I forgot disorienting landscape. I'm going to be playing desiccating wind and share secrets of survival.
I'm being a bit
All right.
silly. I should have gained the animal because then I get Sanguinary Taint. So
All right.
I have one fast. Draw to the water's edge. I'm going to gather these two towns away into my land, where not only do they become weaker, but one of them also gets downgraded into an explorer.
That's really good.
That's all my fasts.
Share secrets of survival. So before anything, I'm only preparing one element marker this turn. Very sad about that. But my share of secrets gets both procs. So I'm going to be able to put all these 5 Dahan in here. And I will be using my innate to defend 5 by sacking an element marker. So it's in the ocean, but it's in the mountain.
Okay. So two fewer Dahan would be destroyed, right?
Yes, so we're effectively tanking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 damage. Actually, I don't need to sack the element marker. I'm not going to do that. It's just going to be normal.
Okay.
That is the turn for now. I'm going to hold on to Desiccating Wind.
Alright. Did you make a counter for the Super Blights yet? Because I don't think any have happened.
I did not lock it, so it got deleted. I'm going to lock it.
I can't remember.
Or that was...
I think when this blighted, it was 3 towns, not 4. So
it was. We never had a super.
We never had a super. Okay, so now we have the counter for supers. Let's go into event. Search for unclaimed land. Explore in the land with the fewest total invaders or Dahan. No source required. So that's going to be... I'm honestly fine with an explorer here. And on this board, it's going to be an explorer here. That's really bad. That's really bad.
Wow.
Man. Plagues in populous lands. Add a disease to a land with 3 or more invaders. Ooh!
I'm going to say here.
I'm throwing it in here for your board.
Yeah, and then the mountain. Okay. Push up to 3 Dahan from a land matching a Ravage card to a land not matching a Ravage card. Uh-huh.
Why?
I don't know.
Push up to.
Oh! Say less.
Oh,
man,
there's no Dahan on your board. Or on my board, I mean. Wait, this was... Okay, no, wait. I think we flipped our tokens. Because I started bottom board. It's fine, whatever.
It's effectively my board now.
Still have no fear cards after 4 turns. That's a bit bad. Ravage Coasts. This Explorer dies. This Blights. This... I'll get that in a second.
Full defend.
Full defend. Okay, and then the full clears, right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. Everything dead. Everything must go.
Hey, there's our fear card. Over here, nothing happens. This is a super blight, which
Cascade.
Unfortunately, does.
Yo, what is that?
Hold on.
It has to go down.
It has to go down.
We just have to tank it. We just have to tank it.
What is this? Immediately draw a major power per spirit plus 2 more. Okay, wait. So 4 major powers. Each spirit takes 1 and gains 2 energy. Discard the unselected cards.
We both gain 2 energy. Fire and Flood is the best damage. I think I'm going to take that. Unless you want it.
I can't afford it.
Okay.
I think it's Mists of Oblivion here.
Okay. We have 1 blight to work with, by the way.
Yeah, I realized that. I have blight removal, but it's on slow. So as long as we take care of the jungles, I think we can buy ourselves a turn here.
All right. All right.
So that's all the ravages done. We go to builds now.
Escalation
Not yet.
or
We go to build.
Oh my god.
That was just ravage, bro. Build in this.
God.
Build a town. Build a town. Disease.
Disease. And then suck.
And mountains. And then escalation. Suffice to say, I don't think we can ignore escalation. We have enough blight now.
Yeah. That's good. We have to do the suck.
Oh right, yeah, you're right. Let's do this
That one.
and this and
That's it.
yeah.
All right. Slow powers. I can throw a couple badlands somewhere. Where do you want it?
Um, can you throw it over here?
Over where?
Oh, it has to be a mountain or a sands. Oh,
Yeah.
that's the only
I mean,
the only damage card I have. I mean, I have Sanguinary Taint actually. Anywhere with Dahan. Push it anywhere with Dahan.
uh,
Yeah,
there's
you
no.
kind of got all our Dahan killed, right? Yeah.
Don't blame me.
I'm messing with you. You can put the Badlands in here.
I can't.
What do you mean you can't? Oh, right, because it's...
Sand or mountain?
Oh,
Wait,
where's all our Dahan, dude?
Do you hate this one or do you hate this one? Just pick one.
Either.
Okay. Eeny, meeny, miny, moe, this one. So I will sack a sun to empower it. Add an extra.
Oh, 2 Badlands.
Wait, I'm not far enough because it killed my presence. All right, it's this one. Man,
Okay, 2 Badlands, though.
that is true. How the turntables. What you got?
So, Sanguinary Taint, I can do 1 fear and 1 damage to kill a town and an explorer. That's something.
It's not bad.
And then there's no Dahan in that land, unfortunately, but I can swirl and spill. I'm going to push this Dahan into here so that it downgrades this town into an explorer. And I'll push another Dahan in, to be honest. It'll fully defend this next turn.
Okay.
And then 1 fear. Push up to 2 towns, presence, or beasts. So I'll move this presence into here, I guess.
Can you just do it in here straight?
No,
think
I
that's
want to push Dahan.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, that's why I was really upset about losing those Dahan earlier.
I mean, it was you lose these two or you lose these two. It was the same play.
I'm talking about the rest of the Dahan on the board.
Bro, I can only
I
defend.
know. What happened to my sacred site? Oh god. It got destroyed by the blight.
Okay.
So I cannot voracious
So
growth.
how about, what if you push this presence over here? Or over here?
I'll push it into here. Or actually, yeah, you're right. I can just push this presence into here. Okay, now I'm gonna voracious growth and do 2 damage here. And rack with pain and grief, I can push these guys into here, and doing so generates 2 fear and downgrades this town into an explorer.
Really quick, did you complete all the steps in this power? I only saw you do the...
Yeah, that's how I pushed my presence into this land. Or into this land.
Okay, did you... Oh, I see. Okay, I understand.
There's no Dahan
Okay.
or beast to move in this land.
Got it. Alright, we need to start removing Blight, bro.
It'll happen on slow.
Okay. Let's go.
For this turn, I went with growth option number 2, and I'm expending everything I've got. So I'm playing, I got a major power, I'll be forgetting Boon of Corrupted Blood for it. Pent Up Calamity, I'll be playing it alongside Mist of Oblivion and Uncanny Melting. And I have acquired my stage or turn 5 healing card, Waters Renew. So that should give us some more power on fast now. We'll see if we can save this game.
All right. Uh, my bad on the raid token, but I went with the reclaim option. I am playing Elemental Teachings, share secrets of survival, and weave together the fabric of place. All right. So first things first, I'm going to put my element markers down on this mountain. I'm going to weave together the fabric of place so that these two lands are now one.
Oh. And then you isolate the joined land.
Yep, it is ISO'd. I'm going to consider the fact that they are now one land an element token that I can grab.
Yes.
And I will remove 2 invaders and 2 fear.
Yeah, because the way that I see it is all of a sudden this just gained 2 towns and 2 explorers, right?
Yeah.
And so,
Um,
yeah, you remove the 2 towns. It's nice.
am I good to take Dahan from you?
Yeah, let me do my play first. So, Pent Up Calamity. I'm going to remove any number of Beast, Disease, or Strife, or whatever. For each token removed, 1 fear and 3 damage. So I am actually going to only remove 1 beast. And deal, this should be a 2 HP town because it's in a land with blight. I'm going to deal 3 damage. So 1 fear and kill this and this. And that should take care of that jungle. And then for Waters Renew, where can I do this? I can...
You said you wanted elements first?
Yes, give me elements first, please.
Water
One
and...
water and 1 plant is enough.
Okay. Elemental Teachings, water and plant are going in the trash for you.
Okay. So, first things first, where do you want me to be gathering, by the way? So, where did you want Dahan?
I was going to gather 2 Dahan with my share secrets. Is that okay?
So the thing is, I was actually going to do that as well.
Okay, that works.
Well, actually, now that I think about it, there's a lot of places where Waters Renew is good. That's the hard part about Wounded. There's so many places where you can do stuff.
Do the best place, the highest value.
I'm still trying to find it. Okay, I think I found it. I'm going to gather these 2 Dahan into here. I'm going to downgrade the town into an explorer. And then I'm going to add a beast. And then I'm going to, if at least 2 Dahan are present, replace 1 invader with a Dahan. I'm going to replace this town with an explorer. And that's it. That's all she wrote.
Isn't it with the Dahan?
Is that not what I did?
You didn't explore.
My bad.
Oh, good. You're just giving them a little handicap. Here, Secrets of Survival. I'm going to gather these 2 in here and prevent them from dying.
Oh, because it's gonna ravage in that land because it's 1 land. I like it. Okay, that's all.
Yeah, kind of awkward, but it works.
Okay. And thus, that brings us to Invader phase. Missionaries have arrived. Do we have enough sun?
We have 3 sun. I am going to. I can pay 4. Can you forget something?
I do not want to forget Draw to the Water's Edge. That's my most consistent way of downgrading towns.
Okay, hear me out. My turn is over, so I'm just gonna discard Share Secrets of Survival and weave together the Fabric of Place to gain 4 sun.
Okay.
Element Helper says I need to pay 3 energy. Done.
All right. So each spirit adds a disease to a land with cities. So here and here. Oh no, wait. We don't have to spread it out, do we? That's probably better if we spread it out.
Let's spread it out.
2 fear per player. During the next Ravage, cities do +3. This is acceptable because there's no cities in the jungles. Each beast destroys an explorer. Add a beast on a board without one. So
That is really good.
this one's gone. This one's gone. That's it. Okay. And this does not get returned to the deck. Fear card. Finally. Each player chooses a land to isolate. Oh, this could be big.
Mountains, right?
Yeah, we need to isolate the mountains so that they can't bring towns in.
I'm gonna say this one?
This land is already isolated, right?
Oh, you're right. Duh.
I'm gonna isolate this.
I have a dunce cap on my head. This one.
Okay. Dahan gained the edge. In a land with... Each land chooses a different land with Dahan, and each defend 2. That is huge. I'm gonna defend 2 in this land.
I guess I'll defend 2 just for fun. I moved the isolate. I put it in the wetland in case it's a wetland explore.
Oh, okay. Oh, that also prevents the wetland from going into this town as well. That's good. Okay.
Yep.
Ravaged jungles. So this is fully defended. Nothing here. Nothing here. This is fully defended and clears. And that is your last element marker. And then we build in the town, or build in the mountains. Disease, town, ISO, or nothing to build here. Disease. And then gather towns in. This town has nothing to bring in. Or sorry, this town can't be brought in. Nothing to bring in here. This land is also ISO'd. It is a wetland explorer. Holy. So it's 1 explorer here, 1 here, and 1 here. And then ignore escalation, because we have a lot of blight. Now we go to slows. So
That's all you.
that's all me. Okay. So here's the thing. I wish I had damage. I took Mists of Oblivion because I thought you were going to take Fire and Flood, which you did, but I thought you'd play it.
I could not.
Unlucky. So Mists of Oblivion is just, I mean, it's going to tickle. Well, no, it can clear a lot of explorers, actually, which can be big.
The wetlands do have quite a few explorers.
I'll start with Uncanny Melting. If invaders are present, 1 fear. And if target land is sand wetland, remove a blight. So, after target, probably a... Do I want to target the wetlands, though? Because then that weakens the towns, right? I'm going to target the sands over here. Okay. Oh, wait, no, I need to do it from a sacred site. Okay, then instead I'm going to have taken away this sands. Okay. What I can do... I'm pretty far away from the place I want to be. Where do you think I should Mists of Oblivion? Just anywhere where there's a lot of explorers, right?
I'm thinking either this or this. This because of Ravage, right? Like Ravage is kind of hard to deal with there, and it's gonna cascade,
But it's
so we
gonna
have to
pull a
defend it
town in
either way.
anyway.
What? Why would it pull in a town
It's not gonna ravage in the wetlands next turn.
here?
Oh, okay, that's where you're ping. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Okay, that's what I was thinking. I wanted to make sure.
Okay, okay.
So, so I'm thinking of moving these guys.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's good. That's really good.
Is it though?
I actually think this is better because the Badland makes it hard to deal with into the jungle. I mean,
Okay, here's what I'll do. I'm going to push these two Dahan into here, and I'm gonna push these guys into here. This town
you can't
gets.
do both of them. You can't push both of them.
I'll push this guy into here and downgrade this town into an explorer, and I'll push this blight.
How are you doing all this?
Swirl and spill. Oh no, Swirl and spill can't push blight, but it can push a beast. I'll push the beast into this wetlands, and that also generates a fear. So, to reiterate, I pushed two Dahan. I did one fear, and I pushed two towns, or I pushed one town and a beast. And now finish it off with Mists of Oblivion. Um, one fear per towns and cities this power destroys, but unfortunately, there's none. We're going to do just. We're just going to kill all these explorers. And that's my turn.
Let's go.
For this turn, I reclaimed and I gained a power. Skies Herald the Season of Return, which I'll be playing this turn alongside Entrap the Forces of Corruption and Uncanny Melting. We're just going to try to mitigate the Blight disaster.
I have gone the 9 energy route so that I can play Fire and Flood alongside Tap the Strength of Multitudes and Boon of Ancient Memories.
Nice.
Let's get into fast.
Okay, so I'm going to start off with Skies Herald the Season of Return.
Where are you going to do that so I can put my markers?
I'm going to do it over here. But remember, it's all you only get one marker from it, so I don't think it's.
So where should I put my markers?
I don't know. Maybe
I
in
don't
here.
have a lot going on. Sure.
Yeah. So a spirit with presence on target board may add one other destroyed presence. So I'm going to target this land. I'm going to gather. Oh, I wanted to push Dahan out, but I guess it's fine. So we're gonna bring that presence in, and I'm not gonna gather any Dahan. I wanted to save this Dahan by gathering it into here, but I misread the card. That's fine. I'm gonna push the blight out. Just in case. Actually, I'll push it into here. No, but that's so far. It's fine. I'll push it here. No, I'll push it here. Yeah, right there. Entrap the Forces of Corruption. I'm going to gather this blight into here and isolate this land. And when blight is added to target land, it doesn't cascade. So they're going to blight this, but it's not going to cascade.
Unless they don't blight it. I'm going to add 5 defense.
Oh. All right.
And then I'm going to also add 3 defense here with my innate, which I don't have. I'm an idiot. That's all I got.
Okay. I'm also... So now that I have my presence over here, I'm going to use Water's Renew. Okay, this was my play all along.
Wait, whoa. Before, where did you gather this from? That blight?
From here.
Could you do it from here instead?
No.
Please.
Bro, my Uncanny Melting only targets Sand Wetland. And it has to be from a sacred site.
I want that blight there so I can kill this stuff.
Okay. I mean, theoretically, I could gather this blight into here with my innate, so I guess I'll do that. But like, all right, whatever. Um. Anyways, where was I? Gather up to 2 Dahan. Yeah. So I was gonna save this Dahan, and then in that land, I'm going to downgrade the town into an explorer, and that's it. And that's all my fasts.
Same. Event.
Okay. On each board, add a blight to a land adjacent to a land with blight. Spirits may prevent this on any or all boards by destroying 2 presents from each board to be protected. I can destroy.
Yeah.
Does it have to be the
Yeah.
same persons? No. So you're
I
destroying.
destroyed top.
Okay. I'm gonna destroy this, and I can also get rid of this because I think this has served its purpose. I think this will take care of itself. Maybe? I'm gonna do this instead. Okay. So add blight prevention. Very nice. Each beast destroys an explorer. Add a beast on the board with that one. So this explorer is gone. This explorer is gone. That's it. Add a Dahan to a coastal land with Dahan. Oh, we'll add it here.
Oh, that's nice.
There's no coastal Dahan there.
Rip.
Skip all explorer actions and lands with at least 2 Dahan. If it's mountains, that's actually not bad.
Yeah, pretty good.
Mountain wetland. We're praying for mountain wetland.
This Dahan dies.
Yes, but it also takes out an explorer.
Okay.
Nothing here. Over here, this is fully defended. Nothing here. Okay. Ravage, or build in the wetlands, rather. Town. This town gets gathered. 2 town. Oh no, this is a city because it's a coast.
And then a town is gathered. Let's do this town. Wait. Let's do that town actually.
Oh, from the sands? Yeah. Good call.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
1 less town. All right. I wanted mountain wetland, and we got jungle sands. No! So what happens
How
when you
does this
ask for
happen?
things?
Yeah. Don't ask and you will never receive. Alright. On the bright side, I finally have a slow power, so I would like to do that. Fire and Flood. I'm going to do 8 damage in this land.
Huge. Why did you need the blight?
So I can kill a town.
Oh, right. Okay, good. Yeah. That's why.
And then I'm going to do 4 damage here, I think. Do I
kill
need to?
To kill the city?
Or I can kill this town.
How about you... Wait, where are you targeting from? From this?
From here?
Yeah, I think you do this.
Or, alternative, kill this.
Wait, you're not that... Are you close enough?
Never mind.
Yeah.
It's this or city.
Forget the city. The towns are more scary. It's wetland ravage, right?
Yeah. Good call. And then, do you want a major or should I take one?
I would like a major.
You have to pay 2 energy. Or forget a power card.
I'll forget a power card for a major. I no longer... I don't think I need Bloodwater and Bloodlust. Okay. Oh, there's a lot of good options here. I'll come back to this in a sec, but that was all your slows, right?
Yes, sir. That's all I got.
Okay. So my slows entail Uncanny Melting, which is 1 fear and remove a blight. And then push up to 2 explorers, Dahan, or blight. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to push where I'm looking at where I can downgrade stuff. That's the most important thing right now. Where can I downgrade stuff? Unfortunately, I don't have an answer. Because I removed this presence, which I think was a bad idea because I could have downgraded the town if I. Can I get a redo on that?
Run it back.
I didn't target anything with this, so I'm just gonna say that I removed this presence instead. And then I'm going to gather this Dahan into here, downgrade this town into an explorer. And now as long as this land is defended, I think it's fine. Oh, I can also push out the explorer. I'll gather the explorer into here, and then the explorer also gets downgraded. And I think that's it. So now we pick the major power. So the question is, which one can I use right away next turn to have a lot of impact?
I think. I feel like Melt Earth is pretty good.
Melt Earth into quicksand.
And you can use the gain energy.
Yeah. The question is where? Wait, rumbling earthquakes. This power ignores health bonuses.
Oh my god. Can you even afford it?
Yes. But I won't be able to play very much else. I mean, I'll be able to play Voracious Growth, which is good blight removal.
You should also go for. I think going for Pent Up Calamity might be a move. Like, what if you go Pent Up and set on the Hunting Ground?
I don't think those synergize because I have to remove those tokens, right?
Yeah, but you can get both double effects pretty easily.
Oh, you mean the secondaries?
Yeah. It's very doable, and I can reclaim Elemental Teachings if you really need. I actually think they synergize pretty well.
Because Rumbling Earthquakes just instantly deletes. Well, not instantly. On slow, it deletes this and this. I think it's Rumbling Earthquakes, just because I want to deal with this coast, and then we can turn our attention to down here.
All right, go ahead.
The only thing I'm thinking about is they're gonna build a town in every jungle and sand, right?
Brother,
What?
just make that choice.
No, but like, how does this help with that? Does it even help with that?
We just need to kill stuff. We are on Terror 1.
We can kill stuff. We can get enough fear on next turn. I'm not worried about that.
Okay, then just take the higher value play.
Let me think about my energy. So
I mean,
I gained 7 energy this turn.
You have a lot of push. Why don't you go Melt Earthquakes? Like, you also get the secondary pretty easily.
It's hard. So it's
I
between.
really don't think it's Rumbling Earthquakes.
Pretty sure it's Rumbling Earthquakes.
All right, man, go ahead. I trust you. Just
because Melt Earth into Quicksand is sort of like, I do have a lot of push, but I want that push for downgrading, not for destroying, and I don't want to kill Dahan. I'm gonna go with this. Well, we'll see what happens. I already forgot a card for it, so we'll go with it. All right, TP.
Yeah, TP.
For this turn, I went with growth option number 3. Gained energy, so I could afford to play Rumbling Earthquakes, and I'll also be playing Voracious Growth and Draw to the Water's Edge. I just put all my stuff in here and gathered a Blight into there as well.
I went with growth option number 2, and I got the card Dream of the Untouched Lands. I'm going to discard Flow Down River and Blow Downstream because of my innate power. I'll be playing that alongside Desiccating Wind and Study the Invaders' Years.
Okay. So Draw to the Water's Edge. I'm going to do that over here to gather this town in and downgrade it. And then I'm going to Waters Renew. I'm going to defend 3 over here. I wish I could gather Dahan into there, but they're a bit sparse at the moment. But I think this covers all the wetlands down here.
Sounds good. All right. Two fear, and then flip the top fear card. If we can get it, too many monsters. That's nice.
Okay.
Uh,
Play around beasts.
yes. I'm going to use a couple element markers right here. Technically, it's more on the sand.
Okay.
And then Dream of the Untouched Lands. I'm going to remove the city and the blight.
Nice. That's actually really big.
Yep. And I'll take this.
That's only one marker.
Yeah, I'm gonna remove +1 piece. Just because I can. Using my moon.
Okay.
And that's gonna be not it for now. I'm also going to defend 3.
What? Why there?
Now
What about this?
I'm gonna defend 5 there. I low-key forgot about that. Second Earth Market for that.
Okay.
Let's go event.
All right. Numinous Crisis. Bro, why? Okay, wait. Remove 1 blight per player from the blight card. Then if the blight card is not flipped, keep removing blight. So we don't have to worry about that because we're on Blighted Island.
So we can just remove 2 blight.
Gain 3 energy per blight removed. Oh wait, that's actually really good.
So here's the 2 blight.
The alternative
Would you
is
like all the energy?
the alternative is we. I don't like the alternative. Also, I
Just
forgot to give
delete these.
myself. I forgot to give myself extra elements from my growth. I probably just would go with this. Why not? Wait, that's relevant. I had a beast. Where did I do this? I did it. I defended 3 here. I'll add a beast in there. Okay, where was I? Yeah, so we're all gaining energy, right? You gain 3 energy. I gain 3 energy.
I would like them 4.
You can have 4.
Thank you.
Plagues bring fear and death. 1 fear per board with disease. So that's 1 disease. 2 damage to Dahan and a land with disease. Okay, not relevant. When invaders ravage, if the land has Dahan, defend 2. So defend 2 here. Defend 5. Defend 7. Very nice. Okay, fear card. Communities are in disarray. Towns and cities each deal -1 damage during ravage. Invaders do not heal damage at the end of the turn. Oh wait, I gotta disable heal. Okay, so ravage wetlands. This is gonna full clear. This is gonna kill the town and be defended. Nothing here. This is fully defended. And now build in the jungle sands. So that's gonna be town, 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 disease, which gives you an element marker. This town has to be gathered into the sands. And then over here, town, town, town. This town has to go here. This town has to go here. And this town has to go here. Yeah. That's really bad, actually. Explore mountain jungle. And there goes the last wilds. Okay. Voracious growth. We're on slow powers, by the way. With voracious growth, I'm gonna remove more blight.
Okay.
I'm gonna remove this one. And then I'm going to use Swirl and Spill to bring these Dahan into here. And doing so downgrades this town into an Explorer.
I would like to look for a win soon.
The win? Yeah, I agree.
So where are you going to do your thingy?
So Rumbling Earthquakes, I was going to do it here. But since all the towns have moved, it's better for me to do it here.
The best I can do to help you here is I can Desiccating Wind, sacrificing a sun element to add 2 Badlands to a land within 1 range. Does this look good, or would you prefer this? This one.
I would prefer it here. So here's what's going to happen. Rumbling Earthquakes. This power ignores health bonuses. This is the most important part. Because it ignores the +2 health that these towns have. So, 3 fear. 6 damage to towns and cities only in this land. So, that's just gonna straight up kill all that stuff. And then...
And... Oh, it does 2 more damage. Oh, sorry. To towns and cities only. My bad.
And then 6 damage among adjacent lands to towns and cities only. So I'm going to 3 damage over here. 1 damage over here. And then the remaining 2 can go over here.
That's worth.
This card ignores health bonuses.
Oh my god. Oh, the Badlands here.
Yeah, No. Towns and cities only.
Oh, I don't know why I keep blanking on that part. Nice.
So yeah, do you have any slows? Okay. TP.
Run it back. Do that one again. I like that card. Do it again.
you were saying, it's your choice,
like
man. You should take the other one though.
Do it again.
For this turn, I went with growth option number 1 to get all my good cards back, because I think I'm good on energy. I gained Drifting Down into Slumber, because it was the only good card to take there. And I'll be playing Pent-Up Calamity, Skies Herald the Season of Return, and Draw to the Water's Edge. I'm remembering to get the water this time.
Alright. I went with the Reclaim option. I'm going to be playing Desiccating Winds, Weave Together the Fabric of Place with the upgrade, Elemental Teachings, and Flow Down River, Blow Down Wind. Let's try to win on fast here.
Okay. I'll let you do your play first.
Okay. So you asked how I'm going to get rid of these 2 towns. Well, it's complicated.
Okay.
Starts with Elemental Markers going down on this mountain.
Okay.
And I'm going to use an air to Flow Down River, Blow Down Wind on fast, push this town in. I'm going to weave together the fabric of... sorry, that's going to give me an element marker, first off.
So the air makes it fast? It does make it fast. Okay.
Yep. Weave together the fabric of place. Those 2 lands become a single land, which gives me another marker. And isolate the joined lands. If there are invaders... 2 fear, remove up to 2. By town. And I can empower that by using a water marker.
You mean a moon marker, right?
Sorry, moon marker. Good call.
Okay.
I'm not the most accurate sorcerer. And lastly, for the sake of helping you, I have Elemental Teachings. Do you need any elements?
We will see in a moment.
Okay.
I think
I don't have that many.
I think we got it though. So draw to the water's edge.
I don't have that many. Go ahead.
Draw to the water's edge. I'm going to gather this town into here to downgrade it. And then Skies Herald the Season of Return. A spirit with presence on target board may add 1 other destroyed presence. I'm going to target this land. Gather up to 2 Dahan. I'm gonna gather this Dahan, and because I gather the Dahan, this guy gets downgraded.
Oh,
And I have a pent up calamity if we need it, but I think we won,
oh
dude.
my. What a game. This game was hard.
This
Dude,
game was
one
way
blight
too hard, dude. Oh my god. This is the
down to the
highest
last
difficulty
blight.
we've ever done. Difficulty 8.
On stream at least. On stream
On stream and for a
on
video.
and for a video. So, any closing thoughts on the game before I do the outro?
Well, yeah, I have many closing thoughts. I thought that this was so doomed, dude. I was so like, oh my god. Wounded Waters doesn't pop off until turn 5. But on turn 5, we had one blight remaining. I was like, nah, Chief, this ain't it. But the Blighted Island card effect actually was really good for us. I understand why it only gave us 4 blight to work with, because that gave us the momentum we needed, I think.
Yeah, it was a really close call, honestly. Yeah, I don't know if it'll make the cut, but he was saying like, "Oh, it's so doomed." You could hear it in his tone, like bro gave up. And I was just like, "Just hold on, let's see what we can do." And it turns out we could do it. Oh, it was actually so close.
It was, yeah, there was a lot of thought that went into this game, dude. Like, I won't lie, Intensify is more complicated than base shifting, but it is so much fun to like make these combos. Like this last play wouldn't have been possible without Intensify.
100%. Like you didn't even see it because you don't play this aspect at all. But I saw like the multiple angles at which I could use the spirit markers.
Yeah, I need to pick up Intensify, dude. It looks more
Yeah,
fun than base. I mean, I personally I like having temporary elements that I can just throw out. But Intensify is actually like modification, which is really cool. And you get a moon every turn as well, and any element every turn too. It's great.
it's very nice.
For Wounded Waters, I was going into this thinking like, yeah, no, I think I could go roiling or not roiling, sorry, Serene Waters Taste of Ruin, but I ended up going with Serene Waters Renew just because we had no Dahan. We had to create some Dahan, and yeah, just I'm glad that my plan at the beginning to just downgrade everything instead of trying to damage like up my damage on things. I think I'm really glad I went with that course of action. Um, to be honest,
Yeah.
I'm really happy about Rumbling Earthquakes. We finally found a good use for this card.
And we didn't mess it up the same way I did. Thank God.
Yeah, the 6
That
damage
was,
among lands, but
yeah,
it's this power ignores health bonuses, dude. This card is literally made for this adversary. I think the only other I think the only other adversary that gets bonus health is England 6.
England 5, I think. I think it's England
Yeah,
5.
their cities are busted. Um,
But yeah, this was a good game. We streamed this game on twitch.tv/gnawing root biters. We stream every Friday at 3 p.m. PST. Please come and check us out. And what do you guys think of the intensify aspect, and what do you guys think of this Wounding Waters healing card iteration? I hope you enjoyed. Have a good one.
yep. See you in the next one.